Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. Probably no astrology today though. I'm just going to be looking into Donald John Trump's week. We're going to be going from May 21st to the 27th. So let me swap out cameras here and I'll bring over my table. Okay, hold on. Be right back. Okay, so I decided to use the Kipper, so I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Fendicigal Kipper, end of the century. And I have the cards really mixed up. Now I just have to settle in and get them to line up. So what will Trump's experience be from May 21st through the 27th, 2023? Okay, right there. All right, let me just get the cards laid out first before I start yammering. Ooh, well, that's interesting. And you kind of have to do that with Kipper or the Lenormand or sometimes the little oracle decks I use because they tell a story. Oops, let me get over a little bit further. Once I get this top row in, it'll go more quickly. Okay, that's 6 and 7. Woo! Lordy! My goodness. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what's making Melania so sad. Or worried, actually. Oh, yeah. It's because she's worried about losing money? Wow, that's amazing. Wow, I mean, when you think about it, how could she be worried? But she is. I guess it's her poverty consciousness, right? I mean, why else would she have hooked up with him in the first place? Okay, so chopstick time. This card right here in the center, so his card didn't come through, but that's okay, the whole reading's on him. This card right in the center is pretty much, well, actually, usually every time, pretty much, almost every time I use a Kipper, if not every time, I do get both of these cards for him. Okay, so, but this one psychologically is a person who is in crisis, who is feeling very pessimistic, and they're basically insecure. It's a card of depression, a card of having a very hard time getting into, well, can't focus, OCD, lack of clarity, unaware of what's going on around him. Is pretty much, you know, it's like the mental focus just goes inward and then spins. So he's in the vicious circle of his own sick mind. Okay. And what is hanging over him is worry and stress that just won't go away. This despair card in the Kipper is a lot like the Nine of Swords in the, well, actually it is exactly like the Nine of Swords in the Tarot. The only difference is that this one, it doesn't go away. It's not just a nightmare, it's not just a headache. And this has been developing for a very, very long time, and he's worried about how he can grift anymore, and he's also worried about how he has grifted in the past, because I've gotten so many times that he'll go down for wire fraud, obstruction of justice, and several, you know, other things. Now, Giuliani, I think, is showing up here, and the news that came out about him, oh my God, trying to sell pardons for $2 million each. That's illegal, of course. And, you know, what's her name? Or Noelle, I think it's Noelle Dunphy. She's basically like, you remember when I talked about a long time ago, that movie Barat, I think it's Barat. I think it was called The Subsequent Movie Film or something like that, and there was this girl, yeah, a young girl, and don't know if it was his actual sister, Brat's sister or daughter or something, but it started getting really creepy because while they were filming Giuliani, suddenly Giuliani lays down on a bed and puts his hand in his pants, and he's trying to get this girl to stick around. The girl's only 15, I think, 15 or 16, somewhere in there. So I do feel like this is Giuliani. And because of that young girl, which is right here, and him trying to trap her, and he's done this over and over. This is Giuliani trying to make money off of Trump all these years in whichever way he can, and of course offering pardons for $2 million each. That's going to land him in prison. I mean, it should. But honestly, I think his health will get him first. The dude has Pluto on literally transiting right over his south node. And it's gone over, it conjuncted once a couple years ago. His south node's at, like, I don't know, 27 degrees, something like that. Capricorn, or 28, maybe 20. No, it's 29. It's at that anoretic degree, I think. Hold on. Do I have it close by? No, I don't. I have his chart in my phone, but it's okay. Oh, sorry. Squirrel! I'm pretty sure it's 29 degrees Capricorn. And so right now Pluto is about 0 degrees Capricorn, and it's retrograde, so it's going back over. So it hit it once. Pluto is a planet of destruction, destroying all that is needing to change within a person, needing to come out and clear out and eliminate so that your soul can clean up. And if you're not geared towards that, you're going to experience problems like he has, and like he is. So Pluto contacted that point in his chart, and it's a past life point. Contacted that point. And so basically he brought in all this karma with the south node, and then being in that late degree Capricorn, of course, he's been pretty dirty. And what happened is that Pluto crossed over, and then sat there a while, transited on it, sat there a while, and then it started retrograding forward, going direct forward. And now it's retrograding back over. So when it goes forward again and goes over that third time, it's literally like that, the planet of transformation going on your south node, on your past life point. And so he's in for a world of hurt. I didn't mean for Rudy Giuliani to come through in this reading, but I don't know who else this could be. But then sometimes it is... with these readings, this person can be a few different people. But so when you're trying to figure out who it really is, you look at the surrounding cards, and the surrounding cards are right here. Giuliani trying to trap a younger person, and this would be Noelle Dunphy, and he was dumb enough to give her a lot. What did he give her? 23,000 emails. Right? And they were full of conversations and everything that had to do with Trump trying to cheat and grift and all of this. And he's one of Trump's inner circle, right? Here's this card is knighting, 2 up and 1 over. And also 2 over and 1 up. So Giuliani is now helpless and waiting. And within a few months, I don't know that he'll get locked up. He should, but I've always felt like his health would get him first. But maybe not. Maybe something new is developing here. That's why it's always good to check in and update. So anyway, inner circle, trapped, restrictions, possibly locked up. And this could be even Trump himself. I'm sure that this is. And his inner circle are just a bunch of grifters and cheaters. That's what this card is all about here. And they're now helplessly waiting for convictions to come down. So, okay, Melania shows up here. She's not having a good time. These cards are sneaking up behind her. She's headed in this direction. She's going to go through restriction. She might have her family, but they're sucking off of her too. Her parents have always sucked off of people because that's who they are. They're parasites. You know, they used to be involved with the KGB, so there's that. They probably still are, but you know, they've been in America so long. Also, Melania's up here with a little bit of control, but there's something legal sneaking up to bite her in the butt, and I think it has to do with her, signing joint tax returns with Trump. And she might be headed towards a slammer for that, or at least some kind of restriction with a big fat fine, and hopefully she can pay it. And maybe that is precisely what it's about, because she's worried about money, this card knighting here. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she's obsessively worrying about what she's done in the past. And she did have control over her grifting, but, you know, there's that. Things have been developing for a very long time within this inner circle, and now they're just helplessly waiting. When it comes to timing, this card can be 3 months, 5 months tops, if we're looking at timing. Let's see, what else? Let's go with the opening up here. I think I just covered it, actually. Of course, this is what work, whatever person's working on. But there's some discovery that's coming up behind her back that she's probably not aware of. And I say that because, this card's connecting here. So discovery, I think it's tax returns. I think it could even have to do with Weisselberg, and maybe this has to do with, oh yeah, that's right, because Weisselberg, oh sure, okay. So I think this is Rudy on one level, but then Weisselberg on another, because Weisselberg could have a new, because the child card can be new, something new, a new prison sentence coming down on him. And Weisselberg did cheat. He talk about creative finance. Probably they had 3 sets of books. Yeah, and he's helplessly waiting on that as well. So this is, I think, Giuliani and Weisselberg. Yeah, because he's going to be looking forward to all that grifting he did over all those years. All those gifts he received. Man. Okay, so Melania's worried about that. I think she's more worried about what's coming through for Weisselberg, because that exposes her. And of course Trump. She doesn't want to escape to another country, I don't think. She's probably, her brain is probably working much better than his is. I mean, we could bet on that. Okay, so what's coming up behind her? Well, she's going after some strategy. She's having meetings, and she's creating plans to make change. And she's looking for money. I mean, there's only 4 money cards in the deck, and we have 3 of them here. That's interesting. Well, yeah, because actually, it's not interesting at all, because it's what they're all about. It's only the money. So she's willing to gamble, but this is also, this is an abundance card. This is a person with an ability to either inherit something, and just increase it. It's an ability to earn money. So that's what she's thinking. She's just constantly thinking about that, right? And she's developing something new. Yeah. I would think it's because she's trying to get away from him. So remember, my intention with this reading was, what will Trump's experience be this next week? I think that it has something to do with Melania trying to maybe distract him and get away. It's possible she might be trying to get away. Well, and I say that because here's the other card. Oh, yeah. We've got travel here to get away from him. She's got somebody else, of course. Yeah, IRS investigation, money, and health issues, and whoa. And ruh-roh, subpoenas, reputation. Let's get away. Get away from the clan, make a new clan. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I got, folks. I'm going to get this uploaded for you and send you big hugs as always. Okay. Bye.